There's no way that you haven't watched my recent run of videos and haven't seen Tom Ford Black Lacquer in the mix. A very unique release by the house of Tom Ford that somehow has really intrigued me and caught my attention, and not just my attention but of my wife's and Ja. Like, what is it about this silly inky fragrance that really has us kind of intrigued and captivated? I'm still trying to figure that out. But you know what happens, as long as a new release comes out, there comes out an interpretation, and in this case, it's Black Shine by 𝗀𝐻. So let's go ahead and do the side-by-side comparison and see if Black Shine can play in the space of Black Lacquer, which, listen, I'm kind of doubtful in this case because this is beautiful, unique, dare I say not super mass appealing scent profile, but apparently we all like it. But can you get it on a budget? I don't know. Let's roll my fucking music so we can check out Black Shine versus Black Lacquer. And right now, Black Shine sounds like Armor All for wheels.
We're all alone in the villa, the yeah, there's some friends from the south side. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I wanna be Cuba.
Listen, one of my beautiful peoples, you know who it is. It's your boy, 𝐷𝐸𝗏. I'm dealing with a bit of a hangover. Have you noticed? My voice is a little harsh, I can't project as much, I'm drinking a ton of tea, but as they say, the show must go on. But for those of y'all who aren't familiar with Black Lacquer by Tom Ford, let me go ahead and recap the notes for you just so you have an idea what you're getting into, because I don't think still, even though we all like it, I'm still not super confident that this is going to be something that the masses feel, because it's ballsy. Imagine notes like vinyl, ink, rum, black pepper, ebony wood, peony, apricot, and olabdanum. It's different, ballsy, risky, but I think it's absolutely perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray it on hand. I didn't bring any test strips with me, so I'm just gonna go directly on hand and then go right into the 𝗀𝐻 version, Black Shine. So I'm gonna spray that on the other hand and be able to give you a side-by-side comparison or interpretation about this scent. First, let me tap into Black Lacquer by Tom Ford. Sweet, inky, sexy, slightly boozy. There's a little bit of a licorice tone that comes off the skin, but overall an absolute gorgeous scent profile. And I think it's wildly beautiful, and definitely I really recommend you guys to try. Do not blind buy or blow the bag on this scent, because it may not be for you, but inky fragrances that have vinyl and booze do something for me. But let's try the 𝗀𝐻 version, Black Shine. They got the vinyl and the ink. It's a little bit slightly fresher than the Tom Ford Black Lacquer, and there's an element that's a little bit more green here. I think it has something to do with cypress or even that elemi note. Maybe it gives it a little bit of an extra added freshness to it, but it's definitely close in that space. So with the wind outside, I don't know if you can hear it on the microphone, it is kind of picking up the scent, and it's kind of making it a little light on both. Like the 𝗀𝐻 one and the Tom Ford one are kind of light off my wrist right now. So this 𝗀𝐻 one definitely has not gone through a proper maceration. It's feeling a little light, and the performance is kind of subjective just with that 1.5 to 2 sprays off the skin. But the Tom Ford is also light. Like, I haven't had any kind of beast mode or incredible performance from the Tom Ford Black Lacquer, but it is a scent profile that I enjoy. But honestly, as far as closeness between Black Lacquer and Black Shine, I'm gonna give it in that 80-ish percentile, maybe 85-ish percentile, because the Black Shine one has that cypress and that elemi accent that gives it a little bit more of a fresher component, as this one has more of a darker, inky, boozy presence. And I'm not getting a ton of booze from the 𝗀𝐻 one. I'm getting a mild sweetness, a little bit of greenness. I am getting vinyl, I am getting ink, which are really the characterizing notes in the Tom Ford joint. But is it in the same space? Comparatively speaking, 80 to 85% close. Very good, and has its own kind of personality, so I wouldn't categorize it as a one-to-one interpretation. Definitely not at 80 or 85%. However, it puts you in that ballpark with a little bit more of a greener element. Now let me let it fully dry down to see what kind of comparison that I get between the two fragrances, and then I'll give you my final determination. You gotta love New York weather. At 1 minute it's like 60, 70 degrees, and now it's like 89 and I'm sweating. I had to take the jacket off, but now we're in full dry down, and let's see what kind of comparison or energy we're getting from both the Tom Ford and the 𝗀𝐻. Tom Ford first. I mean, just amazing. I love how this fragrance smells. Again, test before you buy. Do not blow the bag on a full bottle. 𝗀𝐻 version, same energy. Slightly greener. I would dare to say even a little bit more fresh, but overall, I'm sticking with that 80 to 85% in closeness, obviously for a significantly cheaper price point. So if you don't have the opportunity to either buy a decant online, go to a department store and test it out, and they got some fire coupons and you got a little bit of bread to spare to see if this is close enough to a scent DNA that you might want to try, then Black Shine could definitely be a good option, as I do think it is a very handsome scent profile. But in full transparency, Black Lacquer still has that edge that just hits perfectly for me on my skin. skin. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know who it is. Biggest in the game. Smooches.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, Motorola star tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you